how she get it. Made a couple racks, I never asked her how she get it. City girls love to have fun in the city. City girls love to have fun in the city. City girls love to have fun in the city. City girls love to have fun in the city.
Welcome to Connect with Christina. Today I have my dear friend, Deanna Jordan.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Finally.
I know, too long.
I want to go and drive right into it, if that's okay.
Okay, let's do it.
I think I meant dive right into it. I want to talk to you about, I guess, transformation and change at a later age and how that's possible.
One of my favorite songs is by the singer Is, and it's Starting Over. And it just resonates so true for me. But I've had to start over several times in my life, and that's at the expense of great self-doubt. Sometimes you have to pick your boots back up and you have to say, I can do this. And it's as simple as putting one step in front of the other. But it is scary.
But you did it.
Several times, knock on wood, I'm still doing it. But I think that's part of life. We can't give up, even when we get to those hard parts. And we have to point towards what we want. We have to point towards what we want to be. And even if it's just 24 hours of working towards that goal, we'll get there.
I like that. And it's true. I am so excited to share, obviously, that you are now the business development, correct?
Yes.
For Jose Leon, another amazing personal injury firm here. When did you start?
It's been a month now. He's such a great guy to work for. And what I like about him, what resonates with me, is how much he cares. He cares about his clients. He cares about his connections. That just shines through from him.
It's almost so important. Well, it is important to work for someone like that and to like and love what you do, because that way it doesn't feel like work.
It doesn't. You have to enjoy people. There's a lot of getting out and meeting new people. But at the same time, it's also being able to be social again after 18 months of kind of having to reel it in. Right. Now we're able to get back out and be seen.
And you agree with me, right? Everyone in our personal injury space that I told you about, now you're a part of my space. They've all been amazing, I'm sure.
You know what? They have all opened their arms to me. I've learned so much from everyone.
I'm not biased. I just love everyone.
But you've been telling me that for a while. Mm-hmm. And everybody who I have met has been incredible. It's been such a warm industry to get involved with.
I know you agree with me now that pretty much everyone in the personal injury space, they're all so kind.
They're kind and they're welcoming. I have had some great meetings just getting to learn about the industry and about people's services, but they are so warm and welcoming. You would think I've been in the industry for 2 or 3 years. I kind of feel like I have through you, but...
Yeah, I like that we're in the same space again.
I do too.
Before, that's how I met you, was through my previous career being a property management, and you were with the Arizona Multihousing Association.
I was doing membership and business development for them. Yeah. You know, it's all about people.
How long were you there?
3 years.
Okay, yeah.
And again, that's a great industry as well for people and being connected. I met some sweet friends.
We have so many friends there. I think we're going to keep those friendships till the end. Talk to me about, I guess, 2020. I know you mentioned in our personal conversation that it was a little bit hard, and I wanted you to kind of share that. Maybe we can help some people out.
I know everybody had hard times in 2020. Mine was just a little bit more. 2020, I got furloughed because of COVID. I was really, really sick previously to that. So I think I had COVID before they had COVID tests, but I'm not saying.
That.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us did.
Yeah, exactly. And then I had uterine cancer, so I had to get some medical procedures for that. So that was April, furloughed, May, cancer. Worked on that for a couple of months, had frozen shoulder, and it was been a rough year. Finally getting underneath my feet again. Like I told you before, it's about belief in yourself. It's not letting the world beat you up sometimes and also seeing what your worth is as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even realize the medical stuff. And I'll say that you were super strong through it because we obviously stayed in contact.
Yeah, I didn't tell too many people. That wasn't a battle that I could share. I was already battling with the rest of the world to battle, and I didn't really think that they had to carry it as well.
You're better now.
Oh, much.
Okay, good. We need to keep you there.
Oh, yeah, I'm in remission. Everything's good.
And I think in this the space that you're in, I mean, honestly, yes, it's work, but it's just tremendously fun.
It is.
You know,
when you wake up every single day excited about who you're going to meet, where you're going to go, and what you're going to learn, that's actually a great start for the rest of the pathway.
Right. And yeah, and you just getting started. So
exactly.
It's going to be a great time for sure. And we're together.
And that makes a difference.
And also for those who don't know, you're part of Arizona Personal Injury Association as well.
I'm excited about that. We're building something for advocacy for the industry, for connections to go deeper, and also for education. So we're really going to kick it out. The website should be out in about a month, and we're ready to start rocking. We're going to have some major events at it, a gala, a golf tournament, a trade show. So look for that.
The Whiteout is coming up.
That's a shout out.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's going to be fun. I'm excited. You better make sure you get your outfit right away because white's not very complimenting for me. It's like hard to find a white outfit for some reason. I figured maybe everyone come in white and I come in black. I'm just kidding. I would never.
What about pop red?
Kevin suggested that. I'm like, no, I will crawl. No way. Deanna, when I was spending time with you last week, you mentioned something to me about how you wrote letters to make people or to let people know that they matter to you.
I think it's really important. One of the things that I hope people walk away with in 2020 is to let people know that how much you care about them and how they've touched your life. I went through in 2009, I went through a really bad time. Again, another redevelopment of myself. And so I started writing to people how they mattered to me. I wrote them a letter. Thank you very much for showing me that women could break the glass ceiling. You matter to me. Sent that off to a woman who I just adored. She was a businesswoman and she taught me so much. To a love of my life, I wrote the letter saying, thank you for touching my life. I know we didn't work out, but you mattered to me. I think we got to spend more time telling people, and especially each other, how we've touched each other's lives. And if I drop dead tomorrow, the people in my life will know how they've touched my life. Because that's important.
That's true. And I hope anyone that's listening to this actually does that.
I hope so too, because it's freeing. I'm not taking these secrets. If I do pass over, I'm not taking these secrets with me. People can know, and maybe they'll make different choices in their lives, and maybe they'll become better people, or maybe they'll just turn around and tell somebody else.
Yeah, and it's true because sometimes a lot of times it's just the little things, you know?
It is, thank you. Your haircut's nice. Things that matter to people, the stranger, I don't know what their day is, but I know that I could say something nice to them and know that they've touched my life in a way. And that's what I want on my headstone, is that she made people know they mattered.
I like that. We'll have to remember that. But that's like 100 years from now. So.
Oh, totally. Because I got big plans.
Coming back to transformation.
Okay.
Obviously, even in our industry, we've seen that in the property management. I kind of wanted to shout out David Carchini because I got to see him start over. And now he's thriving.
What I think is amazing about him is it's Phoenix staffing, right?
Yes.
But it's rising from the ashes, and watching him become a behemoth of a staffing agency when everyone said he wasn't going to, or they thought he was broken. But he came back because he believed in him, his spouse believed in him, and his partner did. And look where they are now.
Oh, and they are a great couple. They are a team.
Totally.
And I think he has a knack for finding and hiring the right people, because you have Bri there Bry Carter, you have Michelle Rio, Sierra. I can never say her name right, but we love you.
But the other part about that is he also has a bigger vision, right? It's not just filling a butt in a seat. He's actually, well, let's train them. Let's go further, deeper than what other staffing agencies has done. And that's what makes him invaluable.
And it's true. And I think he impacts these people in a higher level, because you have to understand, when people are starting in property management and you give them the right tools, you can start out as leasing, even maintenance, and then you can become whatever you want, regional, and to have it stem back from David Karkidi and his team giving you a chance.
From someone believing in you and taking a chance.
Right. And he owes me a few lunches, because you can ask him. I've sent him a lot of good people, because I can be going through like Starbucks and I'm like, you're awesome, great attitude. And I will message, the team, and I think they've had some superstars along the way, for sure.
Well, that's thinking outside the box, right? That's what you need to do.
Yeah. I think it's just like, and that's definitely true, because everywhere I go, it's like I do try to make a connection, and I don't do it intentionally. It's just kind of natural for me. So Heidi, our friend, also a big shout out to her, Heidi Anderson. She stepped out of what she was doing, and now she has her promotional company. And did you see all the
swag?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. They do such good work for the sippy cups. That's not what they're called, but with the laser etching on them.
Oh, my Yeti cup.
Goodness. Yes, they're beautiful.
Yes. Eric Bernal actually got one of those, because she put City Vodka and Connect with Christina instead of a red Solo cup,
Oh, wow.
Who else can we shout out? I feel like there's so many people we're going to leave behind. But yeah, a lot of amazing people in our property management. There's more we're leaving out, but I just want to tell our friends that they're amazing and that, well, they matter. Even though I'm not in property management anymore, I keep all these friendships very close to me, and I appreciate you guys.
Because they made a difference.
Yeah, definitely. We go way back too. I mean, David and I go way back. I started property management when I was 21. So, yeah. And he, from day one, has always been a good person to me. So, and the rest of you, you know who you are. You matter. And we thank you. Deanna, I want to go back to, what we were kind of talking about earlier, just the transformation. Obviously, the point of this podcast is always to try to reach other people that may need to hear this. So do you mind sharing and maybe diving a little bit more into some of the struggles that you've had to face and how you got out of it?
Okay. I'm going to say I've had 3 instances of having to recreate myself. When I was 23, within 1 week, I had a car accident. I was suspended from work, kicked out of my parents' home. I was excommunicated. I broke up with the love of my life, and I was assaulted. That's in 7 days. And that was a lot of stress to have to deal with just one of them, let alone all 7 in 1 week. I got up every single day. I partied a lot. But every single day I had to remind myself I was worthy and this wasn't going to last. Took me about 18 months. I ended up moving to California and restarted my life again. That was a hard time because I didn't have a support system, and I had to go and find a support system. So I had to learn some lessons and finding new support systems and what that looked like. In 2000, I was an international consultant. I was in Australia, and we lost my consulting company lost a huge client because of the internet.com crash. All of a sudden, business was gone.
Just like that.
Just like that. It was a $31 million contract that just went up in smoke. So that means we all had to scramble to come home. I got home by October 15th, and by December 1st, I was laid off of work. Well, that was the .com crisis, so I was out of work for 9, 10, 11 months looking for work. I was too qualified for a lot of positions and not qualified enough to be an expert anywhere. So I took a job and I moved to Louisville, Kentucky, and that was a great opportunity. I went to where the work was. That brought me here to Arizona, and I never looked back. So then in 2008, I had a murder in my world, and I spent a lot of time working on trying to solve the murder and everything, but my life changed. My relationship changed. So in 2 weeks, I had to find a new job, find a new home, find a car, because my relationship imploded and it was everything that I was with. That was hard. Then that's the lesson where I started writing letters to people that mattered because I knew I needed to read them. And so that's what started my reaching out to people and telling them that they matter. And so from there, it's just been finding myself and putting one foot in front of the other, recreating and realizing who your support system is. That is how I've gotten through it.
The support system is definitely huge, for sure. Surrounding yourself with the right.
It is. But I will tell you, sometimes you surround yourself with the wrong people, and that ends up hurting you as well. You just got to be wise with who you allow to be your support system as well. But you also got to learn to ask for help, too.
I think that's important. Even I have to learn that.
Yeah, it's a hard lesson. We think we look less than if we don't.
So it's not that for me. It's I don't want to burden someone. But all my friends are so gracious. That's like, in fact, they just force me, like, let us help you.
Good.
And so I've been blessed with good people for sure.
Good.
So, is there any other advice you can give to anyone out there that's finding themselves starting over right now?
I would say take a big breath. Just plan for the next 24 hours and do something that'll make a difference in that 24 hours of healing and growth that's going to put you to where you want to be. Don't take it, I'm going to take 5 years. It's going to take 18 months. Just plan 24 hours, and that's a win.
So before we end the episode, I wanted to ask you if there's anyone out there, however many people you want to say thank you to. This is your chance.
There's a lot of people who I'd like to say thank you to. I've lost part of this journey is I've lost both my parents. My dad just this June, so it's been a rough time getting rid of loss. But I think my parents gave me a really good start as to who I am. My father always said that to live is to experience, and to experience is to live. And so he took us on vacations. We've gone to Africa, I've been to Europe. So I've had an amazing traveled life, right? My mom, she was all about food. She went to La Varenne cooking school in Paris. While we toured Paris, she went to cooking school. So food was always really important. And they created a quality of life that I try to match in my own life as well. My loved ones, there are many, but the ones I really think about is my wife, Leah, and how much that she matters to me, and how the support system we had in order to be able to live our true authentic selves, even though hasn't always been easy. And you, for your friendship. Through this, you've seen me through some hard times as well, and you've always been a cheerleader. Go, Deanna, go, Deanna. And I really appreciate that, because you don't know, at the moments where I almost stopped, you cheered me on, and it was what I needed. So thank you.
You're gonna make me cry, but my makeup is so good.
It's a good makeup day.
Well, thank you for being in my life too. And I'm so excited for your new venture.
Thank you.
You're going to do amazing. And the sky is the limit from here.
It totally is. So let's go get it.
Yes. So thank you for being here on Connect with Christina, a.k.a.
the Clout God.
Yay!
Brand new biz, never ask her how she get it.